intro?
I'm not good at the intro. I don't know if you realised, based on the last
We
recording.
don't need to. We can just chop it and go straight in. Hey, everyone.
I'm so bad at intros, let's not do one.
Perfect.
So yeah, the topic I've got, which is a really old one, is skull indentation from headphones and glasses and bifocal regrets. So do you know what I'm talking about when I say this?
Well, yes, but I don't wear glasses, and if you have noticed, my hair is quite fluffy anyway, so I don't get the skull indentation that men seem to get.
Is it a man thing, is it?
Well, I think it's probably anyone with short hair and glasses.
Okay.
It's not me.
We'll cover the headphones one first. So on my skull, I've got a dip where my headphones sit.
Not just your hair. Like, it's actually your
It's
bone
my
form.
skull. And I actually think that it's being caused by me wearing headphones over the years.
Probably. They're saying that our thumbs... Aren't they saying that our thumbs are extending longer and longer now because of the way that we hold phones?
Yeah, so...
And our little finger has an indent?
Yeah, my little finger right here has an indent where my phone sits.
The phone.
I try not to put my phone there anymore, but it's too late. It's already there.
It's too late, yeah. Damage is done. We are screwed.
Yeah, we are. As a society, the technology is killing us slowly.
And we don't even realise it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise you meant your actual skull bone formation.
Next time I see you, I'll
changed.
get you to feel the top of my skull, and you'll definitely feel it. It's not like massive or anything, but you'll feel there's like definitely there's a.
Maybe you should get
dip.
just in ones.
Okay, we've talked about. Okay, we don't have this on the list, but both. I think you have this problem as well, where you can't. Those earplug ones. My ears are weird. they won't sit
I've got
in there.
little holes. Yeah.
Although the ones that came with one of my Pixels that I've still got, they have this thing where you sort of like turn them, and so they've got the earplug things, but they've got this little sort of fabric / plastic loop that sort of is meant to lodge it into your ear. I'll show you when you're here. And I'll probably put it. Maybe I'll insert a screenshot.
No, you won't. You forget. That won't happen, folks.
I'm taking my socks off, sorry, because it's fucking hot. It's hot over there, right?
Yes, it's warm.
Apparently it's still 36 degrees here, so yeah.
Well, we're not that hot here, but we're humid now because we had massive thunderstorms, so...
Oh, yeah, we had a thunderstorm here Did I tell you about Bunyip last night? Fucking hell. So, she doesn't like the thunder like a normal dog. I'm sure your dogs were like this.
Yeah,
She jumped up on the bed pretty much straight away when we were going to sleep. And what she normally does is if she jumps up on the bed, she'll just like park herself right at our feet and then slowly, over the course of hours, work her way up to the top of the bed. Not this time.
Normal dog behaviour.
Not this time. She's like, I need to be as close to them as I possibly can, and just came and plonked herself. Mostly on my side of the bed, but right between Uwe and I.
And too hot.
It was freaking hot as well. We had the fan on number 3, which is about halfway. But yeah, so I'm like, she's like shoved me aside, and she's got her head lodged in between my arm and the headboard. And then when she gets too hot that way, she'll like pick her head up and then lay on me, which I don't know how that's cooler, but anyway.
No, it's not.
But eventually,
it's a safety thing though.
I had to get up to go to the toilet eventually, and thankfully she got up, and I was like, "Oh, thank fuck for that! I can actually get some sleep." But yeah, I was trying to look at my phone while she was there to like discourage her to go away. It's like, look, the phone's so bright. Were you gonna piss off or something?
I woke up multiple times last night because it was too hot to Theo, our tiny little cat, stretched out the entire length of the bed, basically. Tail, paws up above her head, stretched out, feet stretched out. And I was like, you don't need to... If you're that hot that you are almost rolled on your back with your legs and arms,
you don't have to be on
up,
the bed. Yeah.
Don't be on me either. Like, go elsewhere. Go sit on the tiles or something. Like, you don't need to be this close to me if you're that hot.
I can't remember. Do you have a ceiling fan or is it a floor fan in your bedroom?
we got rid of the ceiling fan because we've got aircon all the way. We've
That's
got
right.
refrigerated through the house. So
which is bliss, by the way.
it is bliss, but we don't want to put it on at night time the whole time. So I had it turned off at it turned off at like 1:30 in the morning or something. And I woke up because it was too hot, so I ended up putting just a little pedestal fan on, but that didn't really do enough because it was just too hot last night. So
it was really uncomfortably hot. Thankfully, we have fans, and because your husband's here at the moment, and I asked him this morning, "Hey, how were you last night?" After the amazing... No, I'm not going to make a joke about us having sex last night. I was totally going to go
I think you just did.
I was totally going to go there, but I'm not. It's dumb. I don't know why I keep making this joke. But I asked him how the fan was, and he said he had it up as well, so... Because if I remember correctly, he can't sleep without it, right?
No.
It's weird.
No.
You got a weird husband.
He likes it really cold, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's more that he prefers to... And I'm the same. I'd prefer to sleep in the cold than anything else. So, yeah.
Okay, all right, so let me just loop back to the skull indentations.
Yes.
Because it's on topic with what we were just discussing, obviously.
Completely on topic.
So, and then there's my glasses. So my glasses actually pinch into my skull. So if I take my glasses off, you can put your finger where the end of them was pressing into my skull. But I don't think it's actually deformed my skull. I just think it's like the flesh. But yeah, I just think I've got a gigantic skull. Is my head massive, Mel? Seriously, when you look at me... Okay, this is another side. When you look at me... Stop laughing. When you look at me, do you think to yourself, that man's head is too big for his body?
No, I do not think that. No, I think you've grown into your head quite well.
Thanks. That's what Mum used to say about all the clothes that were too big for me.
Have you had your glasses checked to make sure they're not too tight, though? When you bought your glasses, did you take them back and say, "Oh, they're a bit too tight on my head"? And
I thought that's how, because I've only in recent years started wearing glasses, so I'm like, is this normal? Does everybody have this?
If you feel like they're too tight when you don't have headphones on,
no, they're not. That's the thing. But there's
so
definitely
it's just the
a spot
pushing on it.
No. Even when I'm not wearing headphones, but there's definitely if I take them off. It's like they don't budge, basically. Look, I'm like, no, they're not going anywhere.
Maybe go back to the optometrist that you got them and say it's pinching a little bit here. Should it be that way? Then they might. Maybe you got too long arms or something. I don't know.
They're pinching.
Help me, doctor.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'm probably not going to, but yeah, sure, maybe.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's a good advice. Good life advice.
And the other thing is, with these glasses, these are my first bifocal glasses, and they said to me, you're not going to be able to look left or right with these glasses because it'll just be out of focus. It's like there's a very specific field of view. I didn't realise how annoying looking down would become.
Oh yeah, because that's why those people do. That's why they do this over the nose thing. That people always go like this and look at you like over their glasses. It's because they're trying to see what the fuck's doing.
Okay, all right. I'm done with my skull indentations.
Would you prefer to have a second pair of glasses? You have to keep switching.
No,
every
that's
time
the
you want
thing.
to do something?
I don't want that. Because my eyes are. FYI, I'm old.
You're not that old. Fuck me.
I'm older than you. Actually, when I was driving everyone home today, I actually said to your husband, "How old's Mel again?"
I'm older than you.
No. Oh, really?
No. I already cop enough old jokes. No, I am not.
Yeah. So. Sorry, I was just thinking about glasses stuff. Which is, no, I need to get back to the people whose heads look like they're too big for their bodies.
Okay.
Have you ever met someone like that? No. I definitely have.
Not that anyone's like jumping to mind that I know.
It's not like ridiculously like caricature.
No, I know.
No, it's more like just. It looks like their skull's out of place on that body.
No.
Yeah, so when I was living in Sydney, when I was like still like late teens, early 20s, I was hanging out with my friends and they had someone they know come over who I'd never met before. And he looked like his head was too big for his body. He was very skinny. That was probably what caused it.
Yeah. So if he'd put on more weight, he wouldn't have looked quite so weird.
But I said to my friend, I whispered, his head looks like it's too big for his body.
Did he hear you?
He might have. But then I just called him Big Head all the time when I was referring to, which is horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sure there wasn't
You're such
actually
a bully.
anything. Yeah, totally. No, I didn't call him that to his face. That's horrible.
Oh.
That name. God.
I thought you meant to his face.
No, I would never do that. And it's not like he was like a topic that we always brought up.
Just when he came up in conversation.
There is a topic that I do want to bring up eventually, which I'm pretty sure that I mentioned to you, but I think I'll get in trouble for mentioning it, or I'll have to edit it out. I have to ask Katie, my friend, if I'm allowed to talk about it. It's not about Katie. It's just on the off chance that this person ever hears me laughing about it again. I need to check first.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, I forget where we were now. What were we talking about?
Look, that tangent was so big that
Was it as big as my head?
I'm like in a riptide going down the beach here, dragged along.
Okay, all right. So I think we already talked about your PC disaster last episode, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I ticked it off. But I did want to talk about your pond and the thing.
My moon gate.
Yeah, that's it, the moon gate. I said your moon thingy, but I can't remember what you called it.
Not me bending over and flashing the world.
Which I'm sure we can put on the internet, folks. If you want it, just comments.
No. Not for many, many thousands of dollars. Millions, perhaps.
I'll do it for
Maybe
less.
Then.
Yeah, so your pond and your moon gate, what prompted that?
I've wanted a pond for a long time because I would like to have like little areas for froggies or little lizards, or I don't want fish because the fish will get eaten by all the birds that we have here, and I don't want to have a pond with like a net over the top of it because then it ruins the purpose of having a nice little font. Anyway, I bought this pond off like Facebook Marketplace 2 years ago for like $50, and it's just been sitting upside down in the yard for 2 years, and I finally decided to put it in the goddamn ground, and it's awesome. It's pretty dirty. I've got to get a filter for it, and my plants aren't in there well enough. Like
It's still too new.
You put them basically on brick or something, but you leave them in the pots. You don't take them out of the pot.
Oh, so they sort of like grow through? Is that what happens?
No, they just only grow to the size of the pot. So I've tried to get a pretty big pot to put them in so they've got like plenty of room. But the pots, I only put them on top of bricks, and I don't think the bricks are wide enough when the wind blows. The plants sort of topple off, so I have to keep going in there and fishing them out, basically.
This sounds like such high fucking maintenance.
It's so much, only because I'm lazy and I didn't do it properly. So I'm gonna go to Bunnings and get like some rocks and stuff that I can put on the bottom of it, like a little layer of rock, so that I can put the pot in and then sort of like jiggle it around so it's a firm base kind of thing.
Can you see I've got a visitor?
Yeah, I did see her come in.
Yeah.
Hey, Bunny.
Hello, Bunny. Okay, now piss off. All right.
And the moon gate, I've seen all these pictures on like, Pinterest and TikTok and stuff of people like getting old trampolines and they bury them in the ground, so it's like a big round gate.
Yep.
Without the middle bit. Obviously the trampoline's been taken off and it's just the round ring. And they cover them in like lights and wood and, like branches and stuff. And they look really cool in the garden. It's like a little focal point. So hubby and his dad made me one. They welded like this big moon gate together for me. And I've tried to put plants on it to grow so that it has like plants over the side of it, but my plants have died. So
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not. I wouldn't take the blame for that if I were you. It's really the blame of the plants.
That's right. It's
They
their
failed.
fault. I mean, yeah. Slackers.
I mean, you gave them every chance.
I gave them more than every chance. I gave them food and water and love, probably too much of it, and that's what killed them. But that is not my fault. You know, I can't be held responsible for over-loving something.
Is it true that you can water something too much? I'm showing
Yes,
how much
that's
I
what I
don't know
did.
about plants right now, by the way.
Yeah. The plants that I put, they're called happy wanderers, and they're supposed to grow to like a meter and a half, the ones that I bought.
Is it like a vine?
And apparently,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like a climbing sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's supposed to climb up the side of the moon gate, but it apparently doesn't like it when its feet are wet. Feet being the roots of the plant.
I was going to say, okay, it's
They don't
got
have
feet.
actual feet. And I think I overwatered it, and I think it's dead. But the other one's not doing too badly. One of them's sort of surviving. So anyway, I love them. I think it'll look really nice when it's finished. And we're going to put a little seat next to the pond so you can sit out there. And, you know, if we ever get frogs and lizards and stuff, that'd be really good. But, yeah.
That's cool.
Effort. I'm pretty lazy, so.
I don't know. You get a lot more stuff done than I do. So you sound pretty motivated to me.
Yeah, no. I half-ass everything is the problem.
I don't even get to half. Half sounds like a lot of work to me. Well, that's good. Yeah, I think you sent me a photo, but can you make sure that you send me another one just so I can include it here so people can see what we're talking about?
Yeah. I'll send you the little video with the galahs all around the moon gate and the pond. It's my favorite. It's a little video.
Okay, cool.
It's only a couple of seconds, so
yeah. Well, we don't know if people will click away during it because it's so long.
Probably.
If they haven't already clicked away, I mean.
Well, come on. This leads into the perfect next topic of why our partners don't think we're funny.
Yeah.
And all we've done this whole episode is laugh.
Yeah, we are hilarious, okay?
We are funny.
I was
You don't
literally
believe
just
us.
telling your husband in the car on the way home, geez, Mel's funny.
He would disagree with you.
I said
100%.
I told him that you were watching because he didn't go lesbian suddenly. I told him. I said
you
I
didn't
told
go
her.
lesbian.
I said, now I forgot lost my train of thought, Mel.
You were telling him how funny we are.
No, it's
You
gone
said,
now.
Mel's funny. On the way home. Anyway, never mind.
Oh, no, I remember now. I was telling him that I was watching you playing Foundation earlier today.
Yeah.
And about you're trying to find some iron.
Oh, my God. I'm
And you
so
forgot
angry
to
about that.
build an iron smelter.
I'm
Did you
still
build
so
it yet?
angry. Yeah,
Okay.
I built two.
Because I had to do some work, so I didn't stay on forever.
No,
Sorry.
I was very annoyed with myself after that. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I thought you'd be more annoyed that you lost some progress last night when it crashed.
It wasn't enough progress to... It's crashed 2 more times since.
Oh wow, that 1.0
So,
is
yeah.
doing real well, huh?
It was more stable in the early access version. So,
I reckon
Yeah,
you
I
should
don't know.
write a sternly worded forum post about this.
yeah, nah, I think enough people are doing that for me. I don't need to worry about it. But it is frustrating because, you don't know that you need to save it. You think, oh, the autosave's going to get it, and then...
That's what I was going to ask. I was like,
Yeah.
doesn't it have an autosave?
It does, but it's not like every minute. It's every, 5 minutes or 10 minutes
see.
or something.
Okay, all right.
So I might see if I can up the number of how often it saves, just because, well, it's a
Maybe
bit
there's an option or
unstable.
something, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Just on our partners not thinking we're funny, I'm pretty sure I've told you this story. Back when we were living in Sydney, at work, this American woman had come over from some other company that we were dealing with, and it was basically my job to entertain her. So
Right.
on the weekend, we went up to the Blue Mountains, and we were just.
Nice.
I actually like walking through the trails in the Blue Mountains, and I was just being you know me, I'm just constantly just making jokes about shit, and she's laughing all the time, and I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect audience, because obviously he's not laughing at anything I say. And he says to her, "Why do you have to laugh at everything he says?"
Whoops.
And she said, and she's also like, what? And I'm like, Uwe, don't you think I'm funny? And he said, well, other people think you're funny.
See, I don't even get that from mine.
He's just so mean to me. Yeah, that's what I had to deal with.
Wow. It's a shame that our partners don't think we're funny.
Yeah, I think Drew's wrong. I think you're very funny.
I think Uwe's wrong. I think you're very funny too.
Thank you.
Oh, we're agreeing again.
Oh, shit. No, Mel. You're not funny at all.
That's not the thing that we should not be agreeing on.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's build each other up.
I've got one on here where I wanted to talk about my BL manga/manhwa fascination.
Oh, God. What the hell?
Do you know what this is?
No. Speak English, you foreigner.
I know. I've disguised it all these years. Okay.
Go back to where you came from.
BL
He's such a white person.
I don't think... When... In the dictionary, when you look up white person, they've got a picture of me.
You're as white could be.
Yes, I am. Not right now because I'm laughing so much. But yeah, I'm kind of red actually. But yeah. Oh God, that's funny.
Sorry. Okay. What is Wenger?
Is that what it's?
That's not it. Manhwa?
Yeah, that's one of them. That's definitely one of them.
Okay.
Manhwa and manga.
Manhwa. What is manhwa?
Same thing.
Why does it do a different name?
It's basically a comic, but manhwa is sort of like the Korean/Chinese manga.
Oh, version. Okay, right. Yeah.
That's how I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, internet. Probably am because I'm so fucking white apparently. I don't think that joke's ever going to get old now.
Well, we needed something else.
We've so fucking deep. I don't even remember what I was talking about now.
Your obsession.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was going to tell you what it was. So BL stands for boy love. That's what it stands for.
Oh, so is it all gay stuff?
Yes. So they're basically comics that have gay storylines, gay couples and everything. So there's a subset of that is pretty fucking graphic, let me tell you.
Pornography?
Basically, in comic form.
That's right.
Which I'm less interested in. Because, I mean, there's the internet porn that's what the internet is for, porn. Right?
I mean, yes. True. For some people.
But then there's just the stories. So I read a mix of Korean, Japanese, and Chinese BL. And there's TV shows that are BL TV shows as well. But this all actually started in Japan, the spread to South Korea, and has reached China as well. But not sure if you realise, China's pretty uptight about the whole gay thing. So it's funny when reading the Chinese BL content because it's never graphic like some of the other stuff is, and like as far as they go is, I really like you.
I thought the pages would just be pixelated. Sorry.
But yeah, anyway, so I was reading one. I've read a few now, but one of the recent ones I read was called "Pirouette into My Heart," which is about someone doing ballet, someone who does ballet, basically over the years growing up and falling for another guy who does boxing. So yeah,
That's a bit different.
yeah. But that was one of the ones that wasn't like super graphic. Well, it wasn't basically graphic at all, and it was just all about their relationship and growing up and stuff.
What are you reading them on?
The internet. There are like websites because
Oh, right. For free or?
there's definitely the one I read it on is free. I'm not paying for it. No way. Actually, there's a really famous one that was turned into a live action TV show called no, fuck.
Go on.
Yep.
It's called Nope Fuck.
Yep. This is gonna bother me now.
Later. It'll come to you later while we're talking about something completely
probably.
unrelated.
Anyway. So yeah, I spend so basically to put myself to sleep, I read these.
You're reading porn. Okay.
Isn't that an oxymoron, reading porn? I guess you can have text porn, you know.
There's heaps of smart like fantasy novels and stuff.
Yeah,
Fuck
like
me, you should
what is
read
it?
some of them.
That
Akatar or whatever.
that movie series that they did about the S&M stuff with that was based on the vampire movies.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, that's it. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, that's all. Just because it's not graphical, as in the format is not graphical. It's still, some of that stuff is pretty graphic.
Yeah.
But you didn't you read like A Court of Rose and Thorns or whatever it was called?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I haven't read that.
Apparently, that's I don't know, smutty. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I think Drew, that might be the one that Drew mentioned to me last night.
Maybe.
That he didn't finish, or maybe he only read that and didn't continue with the series.
No, he would never read that one.
But yeah, that's basically what I've been reading lately. Some of them are like really nice and sweet.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice to just read sweet stuff occasionally.
The fact that I can't remember this one is pretty annoying.
While you're thinking about that in the background,
yep.
Can you tell me, did you do any investigation into finding me the K-drama that I messaged you about, where it was a gamer and his girlfriend was really famous, and I can't remember the name of that one either. It was like In something or others, Insecure something or other. Nope, In Love something or other. Do you remember that? I messaged you and I was like, tell me where I can find this particular K-drama.
I don't remember you actually asking me this. You sure you asked me?
I will find the screenshot and we'll implement it in this little section here of the screenshot.
Hold on, internet. I'm just going to do a quick search for this now. K-drama.
So glad we don't do this live.
Gamer and famous girlfriend.
Hang on, let me see. And they're like, hang on. Where's our chat? Here we go. No, wrong chat.
Is it called Gamer Boy?
No, it was called something else. Hang on. K-drama called Love Scenery.
Is that the one?
Yeah. That's what my one is that I wanted to see. Love Scenery.
I've not heard of this one. Love Scenery. I wonder if it's on Netflix.
That's what I asked you.
I don't think it is. I think I would have seen it. Let me see who's in it.
You couldn't open the Instagram that I sent you because it's Instagram.
Oh, that's what you sent me. That's right, because I never saw it because I never asked Dewey to show me.
Basically, it was a scene on Instagram where from the K-drama where they were both sitting in like an internet cafe, and he was sitting behind her, I think, and she was sitting in another computer, and they were on a game together, but they didn't realize that they were sitting like behind each other. Now.
So in this, it looks like he's a violinist and she's a singer. There's a screenshot of it.
Something like that, yeah.
So what is this on? Oh yeah, this is on none of the platforms. This is on like all the. It looks like this is a Chinese one. But
okay. I will go and find it elsewhere.
But it's like on all these platforms. It's like on 10-cent video, which I've never heard of.
Right. Okay. It's probably cheap ass. It just looked really cool. So from that 5-second video, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tick
Love
off,
Scenery.
I'm gonna tick off my BL manga /manhwa fascination.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would normally go to
Enjoyed that.
SteamOS next. Did we discuss this at all, SteamOS?
Nah. No.
So, you know the Steam handheld, what is it called? The Steam Deck?
Steam Deck. Mm-hmm.
I don't think you've got one, right?
No.
No, I don't have one either. But they run basically an OS that was created by Steam. It runs on Linux and all of that stuff, but it's like a distribution that they call SteamOS. SteamOS also years ago was supposed to be an operating system that was created, and they also at the same time had Steam hardware as well. This is like years ago, and when they announced it, like Steam made like a really big deal about it, and I said at the time, this is just going to go by the wayside because Steam can't stick with anything. Sure enough, it did. Anyway, so since Steam released their Steam Deck, their handheld, other companies are now trying to get in on the action as well and release handhelds. But now Steam is like officially saying, okay, SteamOS will work on this other company's handheld. And I'm secretly like, it'd be so good if Steam would just release a desktop OS so I don't have to use Windows anymore.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
my long-winded way of getting to that.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Why? What would you use Linux if you didn't have to use Windows?
Yeah, I would. Unfortunately, all of my games, because that's the thing, because Steam has solved the emulation problem basically. Yeah. Because a lot of the games that you run on the Steam Deck, they're not Linux games. It's emulating. Not. Yeah. So I really want them to do a SteamOS for PC. What?
You missed it
what?
At the Viking dinner that we will get to later.
Yeah.
Some of our friends had a Steam Deck with WoW running on it.
Seriously?
Seriously, and it was amazing.
Oh my
they were
God.
like, you had to use all the buttons to make shortcuts and stuff like that. But we were actually playing WoW on a Steam Deck.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's
we were playing with
right
it at
there.
the pub. You must have gone, so it was after that.
Sorry.
But no, but that you just reminded me. So yeah, they were playing WoW on it. They managed to get WoW running. He went into great detail about our friend went into great detail about how he did it.
You didn't absorb it?
Sure. I was a fair few drinks in, so I'm not sure I'd remember much of what he said anyway. But yeah.
Hey,
it was pretty cool.
Okay, we've got a choice here. This is a choose your own adventure point, okay? We can go on one path, which is non-technical dumb fucks, or we can go on the other path, which is Viking dinner. Which one do you want to go on?
Viking dinner.
Okay. Yeah. I prefer that one as well, because in this case, the non-technical dumb fuck would be you. And to be fair, if I'd been there, I also would have had no clue. So,
honestly though, I say that with all the love in my heart because I was a fair few drinks in at that point. We were drinking cocktails at the place. I had like 4 of them, and I had a mead out of a horn, and I had a whiskey shot. I was fine. Like, I was standing and not drunk or anything, but I certainly was not comprehending complex ideas at that point.
Yeah, that night was a great night, even though I didn't hang out with you after. I went home with everyone. But I had such a great night, and I was telling Drew, I felt so honoured that I got to sit next to him. I did something so dumb, but I was like happy.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good. So for the listeners, we organised to go to Mjolnir in Melbourne for my husband's celebration of being in remission from having chemotherapy every day for 2.5 years. So he's out of remission, everything's great, and he's fine. So his celebration was to go to Melbourne and do that. And we invited a bunch of our friends. We booked out one of the private rooms. If you've ever been there, the ones down the bottom. And we ordered a feast, and we had a really good night, and we drank a lot of drink, and we ate a lot of food, and we took a lot of food home.
Uwe told me after that he actually ended up taking 2 of the fish because by that stage, everyone was so full that no one ate it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it didn't go to waste though, because you pay a lot of money for it, and it's a shame to not take it home.
Smell,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember when the head chef came out with that big what was it, the
knife and the tomahawk.
Yeah, the tomahawk steak. Yeah, and so he had the cleaver, and they gifted it to Drew, and I was like, oh my god, you know what I said? Yeah. I said to him, gee, I wish I had cancer. So
fucking hell.
I might have been drunk by that stage already.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't wish I had cancer. It was completely a joke, and I was in safe company to be able to say that sort of thing. Yes, you were. Yeah. Had a great time. Everybody seemed to be having a great time.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was really good. And the problem now is that Drew compares every steak that we eat to the tomahawk steak. And, this isn't as good. And I'm like,
like the one you had on the weekend on Saturday night.
Yeah. Even that one. I was like, this steak's beautiful. And he's like, it's not the tomahawk. And I'm like, that was a very expensive cut of steak.
So what is a tomahawk steak exactly?
I don't know which bit, but it's very expensive. That was a $200 and something steak.
Okay.
It was like 1.5 kilos.
Didn't you have any of it?
Yeah, he gave everyone a bit. What's 1.5 kilos? He's not going to eat it all. But that's a very expensive cut of steak, well cooked by a restaurant. You're not going to find a steak like that again unless you go back and get another one.
Well, I've been thinking about Mjolnir ever since, because that's the second time we've been there, and that's actually thanks to you both times.
Yeah.
I'm so keen to go again.
I think that would be our 5th time there now.
Wow. Do you have like a card that you get stamped whenever you go there?
I should, for the prices. We only go like for big, because it's so expensive. You only go for big events and do big things. Like it's big celebrations that we go for, because it's too expensive otherwise to just go willy nilly. But I like getting to choose our own knife and trying to eat things with it. And
can you imagine if they had a knife throwing part of the night as well?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Can't do that with alcohol though.
Yeah,
we've done axe throwing in the past.
Oh, have you?
So,
where was that?
In Melbourne, Maniacs. Yeah,
definitely sound like Maniacs.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You can't drink though if you're going to be throwing, because you need to have your reflexes about you.
There's definitely a distinct lack of trust by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's more that if you hit the board with the axe and it bounces back.
Oh, I see.
You need to have reflexes enough to get out of the way. Otherwise, you'd be standing there drunk and
be like,
yeah, you're done. You are done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the restaurant was really lovely, and it was a great. We went out afterwards to a pub across the way kind of thing, and then we went to some place where there was like arcade games and stuff, and you got a card and you
could just do
like
as
Time
much as
Zone,
you want.
but for adults. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they served alcohol and stuff like that, so there was air hockey and some video games. It was a great little place actually.
Awesome.
In the city, so we did that, and then we crawled home at like midnight kind of thing, and as we were walking home, Drew's like, "Look at us, we're over 40, we're out past midnight." So that was good.
I was in bed already.
It was a good celebration.
It was a great night.
Being in remission for him.
The next one. So I think we've finished talking about SteamOS. Let's come back to technical dumb fucks. I think we need the right lead. Do you remember what it was about? You were talking about a work thing, I think.
Was I?
Yeah.
Probably.
And then I agreed with you because I work with a lot of non-technical dumb fucks as well. Who don't listen to this podcast, please.
Please don't listen to this podcast. I think there's a problem with people that can't just say, I don't understand when it comes to technical stuff. So, perfect example.
What did you just do?
I just did a thumbs up.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my God.
Sorry, that's both. Sorry. I can only do one. I want to do one.
Wow. Wow, okay. That's
Have you seen
really
this
cool.
one?
That's so cool. That's so cool. It's totally worth spending thousands of dollars on a Mac just to have that.
So this is a non-technical technical dumb fuck that's pissing me off at the moment, right? Hopefully they don't ever listen to this podcast.
I'm sure they
I
won't.
sent an email.
It's just a safe space.
Safe space. I sent an email saying we've got automations that are running in this system. The automation in our system is saying that it's applied and it is sending the email. Me, the receiver, is not receiving said email to my email address. Can you please investigate? I've had 6 emails back from them now saying, are you the person receiving the email? Or not receiving the email? And I keep going back saying, the email address belongs to me. I have access to it. It is my personal email. And the email that the system is saying you're sending is not being received. Can you check your side? Like, I want you to check your side, the headers or something, the bounce backs or something. Have you got anything?
So where are you up to with that now? Is it resolved or still going?
No, this is a 2-week issue. I'm still waiting for him to respond to my last email where I said, yes, I am still that person that has the email that isn't coming through.
Is it the same person contacting you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's a help desk ticket that keeps going back and forth, and I'm at the end of my tether with this. Like, if you don't understand the basic premise of what you do as a role, irrespective of non-technical dumb fucks, if you are a technical fuck, learn to read English.
There are cases where, like, we'll sell a module that is all about, like, drivers have an app on their device, like a tablet or a phone or something, and it helps them to know where they're supposed to go, what they're supposed to be delivering or doing or servicing or whatever. So many times the customer will come back and say, this isn't going to work, the drivers are just too fucking dumb. And I'm just like, oh my God, seriously. And I can't say, have you considered getting better drivers?
I understand completely. We've got a I'm basically trying to chase up compliance for all of our employees at the moment.
Yep.
So in the industry that I'm working in, you need a lot of checks, basically. You need, I need their driver's license, I need their car insurance, I need their working with children, police check. Well, I need this raft of documentation to ensure that they're compliant with codes and government laws and all that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of email that I have to deal with because people do not know how to upload a file to a system that says add file is absolutely beyond me. I get it. Not everyone's brought up with computers. They don't know them very well. I understand all of that. But if you can log into the system, you've managed so far to log in, and the only thing that is popping up on your screen is add file for these different things, like it's like police check and there's a red button that says add file.
Yep.
I don't know how you can't figure that fucking thing out.
I love when you talk about stuff like this because your facial expressions are so animated. But it makes me think of because they spend so much time, like there's user experience roles now, which is the sort of thing that these people are hired to make this sort of thing as easy and as foolproof as possible. But then there's that saying, you can't make anything foolproof because fools are so ingenious.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I even had, God forbid if she ever hears this, but she emailed me to ask what her access was to government websites. Like, as in, if you emailed me, Ben, and said, how do I log in? What's my password for ATO? I would be like...
Why would I... Yeah.
Why would I know that? I wouldn't know that. So I had to write a very nicely worded email back saying, I don't have access to your government fucking accounts, mate. You need to fucking remember what you logged. Excuse the explicit on this fucking video. Let me tell you.
I love it when Mel gets worked up like this.
I just, it doesn't take much to just stop, consider, use your brain. Before, like, the time it takes for you to email me and ask about it, you could have solved the problem, which has happened quite a few times. I get an email, I don't know how to do this.
And then the next email will be, I figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. I clicked a button. Really?
I think.
Really? You clicked a button?
I think that face that you were just doing, I'm going to use it as the wallpaper for the this episode.
No.
No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
We do not need this gift. Or gift, if you prefer.
And see, why don't people think we're funny? I don't understand that.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah. So yes,
Anyway.
people, huh? People.
People.
Yep.
People.
I think, did I put on this GoFundMe versus insurance thing? I think I did. Feels
You
like
probably did,
something-
because I made a Blue Sky post about you shouldn't need GoFundMe.
Thank you.
You should just have insurance.
Yeah. So in America, GoFundMe has basically turned into the health insurance for Americans.
And house insurance.
Yeah.
And
It's like, oh, I'm not feeling well and I need to go to the doctor, so I've created this GoFundMe so that I can afford it. It's like, holy shit. What?
what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And, like, I get it. Insurance is crap sometimes. But, my God. Like... And those, like, the fires... That's what set me off, is because the fires in LA, which are horrific. And, like, entire suburbs have been wiped out. And it must be terrible from a person trying to deal with insurance companies' point of view at this point in time. Because they would be flooded with calls and claims. And they'd be, you know, the money issue and all the rest of it. And insurance will do anything to stiff you out of that. I understand completely. But the fact that the first response to everything is create a GoFundMe, and then they get thousands upon thousands of dollars in those GoFundMes. Like, what's wrong with society that a GoFundMe can work better because people can put in for everyone than what an insurance policy
That
where
you're
we pay
paying
thousands
for.
of dollars
Yeah.
will work better. Like, it just... There's so much wrong with it from a societal point of view and a capitalist point of view that I just... I don't get it.
Just on insurance, I think I've told you before that obviously there are certain kinds of insurance that you're forced to have. Like, I have to have home and contents insurance because I've got a home loan. So
That's right, yeah.
I don't have health insurance.
You got rid of it.
I've never had it. Ever.
So you pay a levy then on your tax, right?
Yep.
So it's less, the levy's less than what your health insurance would be?
Nowadays it is, because you can't... The window of being able to stop that from happening now is closed, so I can't do it now anyway.
Right. Because we had a levy, because we got rid of our health insurance, and then we got a levy on our tax, and we were like, fuck this! But now I'm thinking, we pay so much in health insurance, and we still end up paying all this money. Like, our health insurance for two of us...
You're talking about the Medicare levy, right?
No, there's an extra levy on top of if you didn't have health insurance, if you were over 30 and blah, 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 blah. So the maximum was like 3% or 5% or something.
Okay.
So that would be inbuilt when you're doing your tax, it asks if you have health insurance, it'd be putting a extra tax on that.
Yeah, okay. All right. I don't know. I should probably look into that. But yeah, I don't have
there are
health insurance,
calculations.
and I've never had it. I also have car insurance because I have to have car insurance.
Yeah.
It's just too risky not to have car insurance.
Yeah.
Those are the sorts of things that make sense. But even then, all of those insurances, they're all a fucking scam.
Oh yeah, the whole thing's a scam.
Yeah, insurance exists on predicating upon the fear that something might happen.
And you're not having the money to put
Yeah,
there.
exactly. And odds are, this thing that you're afraid might happen will not happen. But whenever you try to discuss it with someone, the first thing that they'll say is, oh, but then so-and-so, one of my friends, they had this situation. It's like, one person. One.
Yeah, one person.
And there's a whole industry that's created just because everybody's afraid they're going to be that one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recently had my tooth. I've got to go back and get my tooth looked at again.
Yep.
But that cost me $4,000.
Jesus, Mel. Are your teeth
And
made
my
of gold
health
or something?
insurance. Yeah, my health insurance only covered I think they paid us back $170, and I pay $400 a month.
Wow.
What for?
Yeah.
So I'm very much considering getting rid of it and just dealing with the levy that we get, because I can't imagine that it's $4,000 a year. The levy between the two of us.
I also think that it's about time the government just includes dentistry in Medicare, and not just for kids. For everyone.
Everything should be included in Medicare. We shouldn't have health insurance.
Look at the British people's teeth. Would you look at that? Have you ever met a British person who hasn't gone to who has good teeth? Have you?
Well,
I challenge you to present me with a British person who does not have fucked up teeth. Okay,
I'll find you one.
That's why I'm saying it.
But I just don't think we should have health insurance.
Yeah.
If we've already got Medicare, put all of that extra money, just fund Medicare better than your $3 billion on submarines, or, putting people on a bloody island in the middle of nowhere to keep them out of the country for no real reason other than... I don't even know. I can't even come up with a reason that makes sense. To put them in a detention centre. I
just added onto our list here a history of health insurance in Australia, because I am actually keen to understand where that comes from. So I'm going to look it up and figure out what started this.
You tell me. You come back to me and let me know.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it right now.
Next time on the Shitcast.
The next one is about Trump and Dutton.
Oh my God. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. Again, this is my rant week.
Yeah, that's what this is for, Mel.
Explain to me. Fuck this guy. Explain to me how Trump, who makes fun of disabled people publicly, how Musk, who makes Nazi salutes, and how people like him and Zuckerberg, who have no charisma, no charm, no anything, are criminals, convicted criminals, hold positions of power in this country, not our country, but hold positions in power in other countries that believe they're the superpower, to do shit like and say that they're going to get rid of diversity and inclusion laws that put the world back to 1950s, basically, where disabled people can't work and trans people have no rights and gay people have no rights and all of that. And then Dutton comes along last week, I think it was, and he said, we're going to get rid of diversity and inclusion laws, blah, 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 as well. Listen, buddy, I am not here... No, just fucking no. Like, what? In America, there's 330 million people, right? However many voted in Trump. What was that? 120 million. The rest of you bastards, get up and fucking do something. Go to the streets. Go to the fucking White House. Do something. Tell them that you're not happy with this. You can't. You're all just sitting there letting this happen again. Because you don't want to, I don't want the argument, it's too comfortable, it's too easy, it's too hard. But you cannot let the population of people that exist in the world with disabilities and, whatever this not male, female standard fucking bullshit, you just can't let that slide. Like, we can't, as a country, let that slide here either, for sure.
Yeah. I see. I completely agree. Unfortunately, we're agreeing again. Sorry, internet. But one thing I heard Dutton talking about was... So one of the things that they're talking about doing is basically sacking a bunch of the public service again, like they did last time they were in, and probably hiring all the consultants and paying millions for them again. But... it was part of the reason he was giving for why they should do it is, look at some of these positions that they've been hiring for in the public service, diversity coordinator, and it's just these are the examples that he's giving, and I'm just like, you're a bastard, and I hate you, and you look like a potato, or Voldemort had sex and had a child. Yep. And I am terrified that he is going to get in.
Yeah, and. I mean, you look at America, I did not believe that Trump could get in again.
Same.
Hand on heart, thought he's got all these court cases against him, he's being a criminal. Surely there'll be enough people that go out and actually vote to prevent him from getting in. But irrespective of whether you like the other person or not, you should not have let him go in to power. You knew that he was going to do this. You knew he was going to do this.
He's just doing what he said he was going to do.
Exactly. He's made absolutely no secret of being against disabled people and mocking people and being a criminal and a rapist and all these other things, and yet you let him go in to power again. And our country is going to follow them because it's the superpowers. And
Dutton is trying to follow the US's example because he thinks it's a winning example. And so one of the problems with politics in general is that negativity works in political campaigns. Unfortunately, negativity works. So I wish it wasn't that way. And in the case of Australia, I'm not sure about other countries, I wish that... So in Australia, we have truth in advertising laws. So it is illegal to lie in an ad in Australia, except if it's a political campaign. Apparently, that's the exception. It just blows my mind. It's like, isn't that the time you would want to be hearing the truth?
Yep. That's the only time I would expect the truth, because you have to make a decision about the people that are going to be running the country. I don't want...
But I reckon we should probably stop there, Mel.
Okay.
Because we've been going for 58 minutes now.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
And I'm going to cut this episode. Well, I'm going. You know what? I'm definitely keeping in. When we were talking about non-technical dumb fucks. By the way, is that a Totoro behind you?
Totoro, yeah.
Is that how you say it? Totoro.
Totoro.
Sorry, I said it wrong. Because I said Totoro.
Totoro.
I'm such an idiot.
You should know better, Mr. K-drama man.
I should. Well, there's not a Totoro in... Is that how you say it? Totoro?
Totoro.
Okay.
Totoro.
Okay. I thought it was. Okay. Let's leave it there then. I'm going to click stop. Love your work. Oh, you know what? We can do a sign-off. We can still do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm still recording.
I'm still recording as well. Okay. All right. So... Thank you for listening / watching / however you consume this. Maybe someone will transcribe it and you'll read it. I don't know. It wouldn't be a good read. But anyway, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Scream it from the rooftops that we're amazing because we really need it so much. Please care
and tell
about
us that we're funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make sure you tell us that we're funny. We really need that desperately. We're not getting a lot of feedback on this except from each other.
Maybe we're in a silo.
Yeah, oh no, let's not get into silo. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Love you all.
Thanks, bye.